There's a song by Maddie Pope that I love called Losing You. And in that song, there's a line that I fell in love with. And that line goes something like this. It says, "You've got scars, they make you doubt me, but you should know I won't leave more." I love the sound of that phrase and what it promised. But as I was just thinking about that phrase, I just realized that's a phrase I could never offer as a promise to someone, to anyone really. And here's why. Because within that phrase, there's this promise that says you have a past and there's painful experiences in your past that others have inflicted. But in our connection, whether friendship or other, I'm not going to leave more hurt. And it's a beautiful expression that if I could intuit into it saying, I don't intend to leave any more pain. I want to bring good things in this connection. But the reality is, as a fellow human being, the one constant I know is that I don't have perfection on my side. I can't make a promise wherein I'm not going to bring more trouble or struggle or messiness, because part of my blueprint as a human being is on a daily basis I'm fumbling my way forward, and I've made space to allow for that in my expression of humanity. I don't beat myself up saying I'm not good enough. I'm just more like, I'm realistic that I don't show up perfect, that I am going to miss the boat on some points, that I am going to make a mess at times. I'm not intending to do so. But in the midst of all this, I'm going to try to be a better version of myself. But in the midst of me trying to be better, I am going to bring some friction. I'm going to bring some messiness in this beautiful connection that we have. And I'm asking for you to make allowance for that. Even in this exchange here, as you're watching this video, I have good things that I want to bring through the content that I create. But there's going to be times where I miss the boat. There's going to be times when I drop the ball. There's going to be times when I inflict hurt. And so I can't keep that promise when it says, you've got scars, they make you doubt me, but you should know I won't leave more. The reality is I am going to bring my fair share of messiness into our connection, regardless of how deep it is. And I believe the real conversation should be, how can we make space for each other to be messy? And when the messiness does show up, how can we prepare to show grace in the midst of that messiness? How can we express what we need to express? How can we work through the stuff that we need to work through and find redemption in the midst of that connection? And so that's why, as I reflect on that line that I thought I loved, I mean, I still love the sound of it. I just realized there are some promises I can't make because I don't have confidence that I can keep them. And in this season of life, I really care about making promises that I can keep. And so that's not one of them. What do you think?